Good evening, everybody. We'd like to go ahead and get the meeting started. If everybody would join us with the Pledge of Allegiance. John, if you would, the approval of the minutes.
Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby accepts the minutes of May 14, 2024 regular meeting and the May 21, 2024 annual budget board vote as submitted.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Karen. All in favor? I will hand this over to Dr. Crescione for the student recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Stout. I would like to start off with our student recognition. Can I start with Ms. Jewissis for our seal of biliteracy? Thank you.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, distinguished guests, and proud families. The New York State Seal of Biliteracy recognizes high school graduates who have obtained a high level of proficiency in English and one or more other world languages. Students do this by earning 3 points in both English and a world language of their choice. This is Mount Sinai's inaugural year awarding the Seal of Biliteracy, making this occasion even more special. These students chose to step up and take on additional work to earn this award. Notified of the opportunity already midway through their senior year, they faced the already challenging feat of earning the seal with remarkable determination. They had to complete projects, take additional language proficiency exams, and present their work to a panel of teachers, all while also preparing some for AP exams and championship sporting events. It is my great honor to celebrate these 8 exceptional students who have earned the prestigious Seal of Biliteracy. This remarkable achievement not only reflects their dedication and hard work, but also highlights the invaluable skills of communication and cultural understanding that they have developed. In an increasingly interconnected world, their bilingual abilities will open doors to endless opportunities and foster greater global connections. I would like to congratulate the following individuals. When I call your name, please come up to get your medal, which you can wear at graduation, and a certificate. Alessandro Behines. I'm going to have them stay for a picture. Okay. Cassia Bono. Sophia Edlund. Alessandro Gallegos. I don't think he's here. Juan Perez. Anna Rossman. Tyler Roth. And Gabriel Vinas Taveras. We applaud their dedication, hard work, and diligence. Congratulations to these outstanding students. Your accomplishments make us immensely proud, and we look forward to seeing the incredible contributions you will make in our diverse and vibrant society. I'd like to also take an opportunity to thank the members of the Mount Sinai Seal of Biliteracy Committee. These staff members volunteered their time to participate in several committee meetings to help to create our program this year and pathways for these students. Without their efforts, this would not have been possible, and I would like to extend a special thank you to Ms. Caitlin Burke, as she provided a tremendous amount of support for the students and to the committee. Every week she would come up to my office and I would hear, "Hey, I was thinking about," or "Hey, I have an idea, what do you think?" And I want her to know that her time and efforts did not go unnoticed, and she is so very much appreciated. So thank you, Senora Burke. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Ms. Druisis. I'd like to ask up Mr. Ray for our athletic recognition.
Good evening, everyone. It feels like every month I've been up here for the cross-country, winter, and spring. This team has accomplished so many things in athletics in the track and field venue this year. It's amazing. Before I start, I just want to thank Coach DeWire for taking this time to come tonight, and Coach Sling in the back. Appreciate you giving up a night to come out and honor these great accomplishments. The first one is Tyler Zara. Tyler won the Ed Nook Award in Suffolk County as the best thrower in Suffolk County. So Tyler, phenomenal year, and the best is yet to come because he's only a junior. Tyler Zara. Congratulations. Stay up here, we're going to take a picture. Just stand over there, all right? The next individual is, I've been honoring her at the Senior Awards, and crazy enough is she's going to be attending the Naval Academy, and she leaves in 9 days, and with her twin sister going somewhere else, and I feel so bad and upset for the parents because it's tough. I had twins too, and 8-9 years ago, my twins did the same thing, so I wish you the best of luck. It's going to be a tough 9 days, but this individual, Paige Shifley, was All-State, and she was awarded the Section 11 Sportsmanship Award, and her career continues to grow. She's just a great, accomplished young lady, and I wish her nothing but the best. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we have Callie. Callie is an 8th grader. Why don't you come up, Callie? Callie Gabrielson. Callie's an 8th grader who won the New York State Championship in the 3,000 meters. And she was all Long Island again. So she was cross-country, winter, and spring track. And she's one of the most prolific runners of all New York State as an 8th grader. So congratulations. And last but not least is Jess Joe Augustine. Come on up. Where's Jess? This individual amazes me. He was the second time this year, was the second consecutive year that he was New York State champion in the steeplechase, which is a phenomenal feat. And he ran in the federation. I watched it the other night. He did a great job. One of the top runners in the country. He will be attending West Point, leaving shortly. And he was all Long Island, New York State, and he was also voted the Suffolk County Track Runner of the Year. Outstanding accomplishment. Thank you, Dr. Christian. Can you just take a picture of them?
Thank you very much. And for those of you that have to go and study for your finals, we understand. We're going to continue with our around the district at this point. So lots of things happening the last few weeks. May and June have been busy months. We had our ALS Ride for Life throughout the district. We had our elementary school science fair and art show. We had one of our students, Juliana Sparrow, won the Suffolk County High School Principals Association Award, and one of our trustees actually awarded the DeVito Safe Driving Scholarship, which was wonderful, and it went to 5 students in Suffolk County, and one of our students won that, and I wanted to highlight that. Thank you, Mr. DeVito, for that. We had the teen driving event working with EAC Networks. I don't know if you saw that. Our entire parking lot over at the high school was set up last month. Hands-on experience showing the importance of seatbelts and dangers of impaired and distracted driving. Really great events that all of our students were able to see. We had a NASCAR driver here, and multiple law enforcement agencies were here. And the kids really got a chance to see the effects of those type of accidents and what could happen to them. Our strategic planning committee got off on a great start. We had 3 different meetings. We met in the high school in some different areas, and were able to go over our mission, our vision, our current mission and vision, and our beliefs, and make some tweaks. We started working on our goals and objectives. We looked over all the survey data that we had collected earlier in the year, and it was a really good experience. We had a lot of people, between 40 to 50 people at a time, that kind of came at the different days and really looked through the data. We had parents, we had some students, we had teachers, administrators, so it was a really nice group going through it. And what I'm going to do is present it to the board probably over the summer, some of the information that we got. And then in the fall, I'll probably break up into groups based on the areas that we kind of highlighted that we want to look at. And then probably break into teams and more groups, and invite more community members to participate to kind of look at more deeply how we could accomplish some of those goals moving forward. Mark said this might go slowly. Okay, so what have we had in the spring? Concerts, and more concerts. Certainly there were a lot. Every school had concerts up at the high school, and really the amount of growth our students have had in music was just incredible. From the elementary school, middle school, and high school. The music teachers have just done an incredible job this year, and I just have to give them a shout out because the students sounded amazing. It really is just the amount of growth that the students have made is really quite remarkable. And last but not least, we of course had our parade through the past, where our seniors came down to the elementary school and then to the middle school. So that was last week. And what was really nice about that is this year, the elementary school put together a movie based on clips from when these seniors were in the elementary school. So they got to see a lot of childhood memories from kindergarten through 4th grade. And they were able to display it up in the cafeteria. Mr. Gentilcore came back and got to see them, which was really nice. And they got to take a picture on the big toy. So that was really nice as well. So those were some of the fun things that happened. The other thing is, I know that we have a lot of different things going on as far as capital projects. I know there were some questions from the board, and I kind of wanted to just give a little update on capital project status. And by that I mean we have a lot of different projects and conversations happening, and I know you see things happening across the district. So over time, we've had different things approved. So back in 2022, the voters approved a project worth $6 million. And if you remember correctly, that took a really long time to get approved by the state. So because that got approved late, we started that last June. That was when it first got approved to start. So I'm going to highlight some of the things that were done. And there is still work being done from that you'll see still happening. Those were things such as last summer you saw, I'm sure, that court outside of the back of the high school, and some of the work done in the auditorium in the middle school, and we had boilers put in and all kinds of great things. Then last May we approved a project for a library renovation, science labs, guidance renovations for $1.5 million. We are waiting for state approval for that. It's on the point where it's pretty close to getting approved. We're watching the state portal for approval, and they're saying it might be in the next couple of weeks. We're just waiting for that to happen. And then the voters just approved a project this past spring. We're in the process of the architects are in designing it right now. We're hoping to get that up to the state so that it can get into the queue, because as soon as that gets approved by the state, we can then start putting out the bids for that. Will be the turf fields, the security upgrades, and the doors and telephones. So that's where we are in the process of those 3 separate projects that are in process. So I hope that gives you some clarification on where we are on all those projects. So the projects that we're currently either finished with from that 2022 projects list, or that we still have some final things working on. So that was that multi-field, multi-purpose field. There was a scoreboard. There were sinks replaced. Gym floor got resurfaced. These are all high school projects. Barriers placed, if you remember, outside the cafeteria for student safety. We had a concrete sidewalk added outside the cafeteria. LED message board on North Country Road. Cameras replaced in the hallways. Multi-purpose field PA system. Old tennis court resurfaced. Auditorium house lighting replacement. If you've seen that, it's beautiful in there now. Stage lighting controls replaced. Auditorium sound system upgrades. So these are a lot of things that got done. In the middle school, we had the conference room security booth upgraded, replaced and added cameras throughout the building, auditorium sound system upgrades, replaced exterior custodial storage, roll-up door, replaced the sections of the auditorium ceiling. And remember, we couldn't use the auditorium last summer because they were working on that. We had the varsity softball backstop replaced and field upgraded. Oh, my bad. All the window AC units were replaced. Elementary school, LED sign on 25A installed, cameras replaced and added throughout the building. New playground equipment, the slide was added. Concrete and further upgrades to the front entrance to the building. And classroom UV units replaced. So there are still some things that are still getting done a little bit this summer. So just for your information, there were some tennis court cracks that are going to be repaired and resealed. We have high school circulator pumps and valves in the boiler room in the tunnel. So what you're going to notice this summer is for about 4 weeks, the air conditioning will not be functioning at the high school. So just so that you're aware, we're going to have to shut that off because they have to do some work on the cooler in the high school. The air handler replacements in the auditorium penthouse. There's going to be new high school pumps, valves, and air handlers tied to the BMS program. The middle school penthouse boilers are going to be replaced. The middle school penthouse heating loop circulator pumps are going to be replaced. And the boilers are going to be tied to the BMS with new air handlers. So those are the last of the projects from this project. So that should get done this summer. And then we'll start with the next project. So that's where we are with capital projects. And lastly, our upcoming events. We've got our moving ups for 4th grade and 8th grade on Friday. Our last day of school will be Wednesday. High school graduation, should there be no rain, will be next Thursday. And if it does rain, we're going for Friday, rain or shine. And that is my report.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We will chug along through the remainder of this quickly. Who's up next? Nick, if you would, personnel.
Personnel, resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby approves personnel items A through D as listed below.
Thank you very much, Nick. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Karen. All in favor? No opposed? Good. Hold on, I gotta get to D. There we go. Karen, if you would. Action items, educational.
Action items, Educational Committee on Special Education. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education has no objections to the following special education recommendations and approves the authorization for the funds to implement the special education programs and services consisted with such as listed.
Thank you very much, Karen. Can I have a second? Thank you, Chuck. All in favor? Christie, if you would, action items, business.
Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby approves items 1 through 19 as listed below.
Thank you very much. Could I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Karen.
You'd be like Ed. Ed used to second everything.
All in favor? Good. Thank you. Now we gotta find the end of that. And nothing important going on here. It's just 10-year appointments.
Not a big deal.
We're going to go ahead and take a pause to review some things here with everybody for tenure.
All right. So we might have a couple of things happening here. So before we get to this next section, we have a couple of people having some important things happening. So I'm going to ask, can we start with Mr. Catlin, who has a couple of things he might want to say?
Hi, everybody. You'd think after 2 moving ups I could work a microphone today, but apparently not. I'm going to start with John Costa, who's not here tonight. John Costa is retiring. If anybody's worked with John, John is an amazing human being. John is one of the nicest, kindest people to work with. Besides being a great teacher, he taught 3rd grade for many years. The entire time I've been there, he's been our AAS math teacher. John is the kind of guy who, I say all the time, if my car broke at 3 a.m. and I texted John, he'd be there at 3:05. He's just like a good human being. He's recently become a grandpa, and he's going to be spending his next few years being a grandpa. He brought his kids around the other day, his grandkids. I'm really happy for him. I wish he was here, but he's busy with family because that's the kind of guy John is, and I congratulate John on his retirement. We also have, for tenure tonight, Nicole Braunleben. Nicole is right over there. It seems so strange that I'm presenting Nicole with tenure because Nicole has been teaching much longer than I've been at Mount Sinai Elementary. Nicole did a variety of maternity leaves and medical leaves and all kinds of leaves way before I was even there, but they didn't get on the tenure track till 4 years ago. Nicole, again, similar to John, like I was saying, such an incredibly easy person to work with. Nicole is the kind of person you say, listen, we have to switch your prep from 1st to 7th period. Okay, no problem, sounds good. Just a very kind, patient, exactly what you would picture in a kindergarten teacher is Nicole Braunleben. And I've heard from parents today at the kindergarten moving up, parents stopped me. Did you get my email about how great Miss Braunleben? I did get your email. Could I have a 1st grade teacher just like Miss Braunleben? We'll try. But she is such a lovely person. I'm so excited to finally be long overdue presenting Nicole with tenure. I know it says Gabby is elementary, but she works in the middle school, so I'll leave her for Ms. Hine to come back to. Mike Colmer, who is here somewhere. There's Mr. Colmer. Mr. Colmer, congratulations. Anybody who's enjoyed field day at all over the last few years, that's Mr. Colmer. Mr. Colmer he's had help, don't get me wrong. Mr. Kaplan, Ms. Schmidt, he's had a lot of help, but Mike has been really at the heart. And that's the kind of person Mike is. He does it without asking. He just helps out. The other day, we were doing the dunk tank for the 4th grade carnival. We had a few teachers we thought were going to do it, but they weren't able to do it. And we just said, we got to get Mike to get up in the dunk tank. And Mike said, well, I'm actually teaching a class. I said, great, the class can come watch you in the dunk tank. Come on, come back. And Mike had already brought a change of shirt, maybe suspecting that I was going to ask him to go in the dunk tank. But he did, and that's a trooper. The kids love Mr. Colmer. They say all the time how great Mike is. We love working with Mike. He's a fantastic teacher, and congratulations to Mike Colmer. Ashley Long, who is there with her family there. Today is a giant victory lap for Ashley, as it should be. Ashley started with us teaching in the 15-1 special ed program 4 years ago. About 2 years ago, Ms. Savelli, our PPS director, started seeing that we were going to be able to open an 811 classroom in the elementary school, which we had never had before, at least during our time here. It was a huge undertaking. It took a lot of planning. We had a committee. We met every Wednesday morning. It became apparent just from that committee just incredibly how knowledgeable Ashley is, how much she brings to the table, and was the first person to volunteer to say, I would love to teach that class. And the kids could not be in better hands than they are with Ashley. Today, I say today is a victory lap. We had our kindergarten moving up, and Miss Long's kids did beautifully and just made us all really proud. That is a testament to Miss Long. In her spare time, she runs a dance studio for special education students, just, on the side, because again, that's the kind of person Miss Long is. She's passionate about education, passionate about helping kids. We could not be luckier to have Ashley on our team. Congratulations to Ashley. And Sheila Moran, who is here. Sheila Moran, no offense to anyone else, I think might have the hardest job in the elementary school. If any of you, and I have as a parent, have had the experience of having your child have a special education evaluation, you're placing your child's evaluation in the hands of someone who not only has to do the testing, Ms. Moran has to run a meeting and a committee to work with teachers, to work with administrators, to work with parents. And she does it all with such incredible compassion. Sheila is such a good person. I cannot overstate that. I've never seen her angry, even though she's had plenty of times where she should be angry. She never gets angry. I, myself, all teachers, we go to Sheila for advice about our kids. We go with questions to her. You will see me, teachers, just pulling her aside saying, my daughter did this thing the other day, and she'll give advice. Even though the annoying principal pops in her office way too much, so kind. I think Miss Savelli and me have said to her, half jokingly, if you ever go, we're following you out the door, because I don't know how we could do this without you. It's been an amazing addition having you on the team. Thank you so much. We are so lucky to have and be awarding you tenure. Thank you, Sheila. And I guess I'll circle back to Gabby Canseco, and I can pass it off to Ms. Hine.
Thank you. I'm leaving, and I finally learned how to spell your last name. Is it A-I-C-E-O, or is it E-I-C-A-O? Thanks. Gabby is homegrown talent. She graduated from Mount Sinai. She did her student teaching here. She did a maternity leave replacement for Mr. Wissis, 5th grade. My first year as principal, COVID year. She came back to be a 5th grade teacher when we had social distancing and plexiglass desk shields. And so your first year was a very big challenge in the classroom. Then she switched over to be my math AIS teacher. She is just as wonderful as all the teachers that Mr. Catlin spoke about. If you have to switch something up on her, she's okay, no problem. What do you need? The kids love her. She knows that being in the classroom, being a teacher, is not just the only thing about the job. She connects with the students. She goes on grade level field trips to Boston and Washington, and she takes the more challenging students that we assign her with no problem. I can't say more about her. I'm so happy that you're getting tenure. I was so happy that I was able to write your recommendation. Thank you for your family for being here. I couldn't be more proud of you than if you were my own daughter. So congratulations, well deserved. Who is speaking on Ms. McGrath? Oh, Ms. Panassi.
I'm holding a paper, so I'm going to put this back on the stand. All right, I'm going to start with Melanie Stroh. Is this on? No. I'll somehow turn off. Hello? Okay. I'm going to start with Melanie Stroh. I met Melanie at the start of the school year when I took the director position. What I have learned about her in this 1 year is that she is a highly organized teacher. Her calm and professional demeanor makes productive use of class time, while also allowing her students to feel comfortable enough to ask questions or seek help throughout their projects. I'd like to say, even though she is very highly organized and meticulous, she's also incredibly flexible. One of the things I noticed while I was observing her this year was she happened to have a large number of students absent that day from school, and she was running from station to station, taking over the spots, the parts that those students should have been playing in order to get everybody done on time. So it was really quite amazing to see. She is a team player. She works well with her family and consumer science colleagues with regards to scheduling, ordering supplies, making sure equipment is properly maintained, and any number of other tasks that they do daily. And even going so far as to get additional certification as a work-based learning coordinator so that the district could offer learning opportunities for our students in local business and hospitals. And for these reasons, it's my pleasure to recognize Melanie Stroh as she receives tenure. And I'd also like to speak on behalf of Megan McGrath tonight. I have known Megan since she was in my 6th grade chorus here at Mount Sinai, which, for those of you doing the math, I was 12 at the time. She was a wonderful singer. She will not admit this, but she was, and she had a solo in our show-stopping Disney medley that year, I'd like to say. In the past few years, however, I have had the pleasure to get to know the wonderful teacher that she has become. It's going to be hard to keep this brief because of all the contributions Megan has made in her years here at Mount Sinai, but I'll speak quickly. In addition to her teaching schedule, Megan is always, I'm going to put these on so I can speak quickly. Megan is always ensuring that our halls are decorated with displays and bulletin boards showcasing student artwork. She's the advisor of the art club, through which she participates in many community service endeavors, including painting faces at Safe Halloween, making holiday cards for local nursing and veterans' homes. In addition, this year, she partnered with the drama director and her students to create headshots for the theater productions, as well as in the creation of posters for our musical. And the poster we used, 1776, you can see it right on the pillar over there. It was by freshman Hannah Stumpf, and it went on to earn a Teenie Award nomination. That is the high school equivalent of the Tonys. Additionally, she's always looking for opportunities to showcase her students' work. She's submitted work to art exhibits at Flowerfield, the Long Island Museum at Stony Brook, and Five Towns College, as well as our district-wide art show, where over 200 of her students' artworks were displayed, thanks to the hard work setting up done by Megan and her art colleagues. Most important, however, is Megan's work in the classroom. Both her planning and her presentation are consistently organized and well thought out, but more than that, she has a passion for her subject matter and a strong desire to share that passion with our students, and that's what sets teachers like Megan apart from many others. That's why it's my pleasure to recognize Megan McGrath as she receives tenure. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm here to recognize Kate Smith awarding tenure. Is Kate here? Kate's here somewhere. Hi, Kate. So, Kate Smith, I don't know Kate as Kate. I know Kate as Katie Kennard. I've known her for probably 25 years now, jumping off the dock, riding around the neighborhood on bicycles. And then when she became a teenager, she actually babysat my kids for about 3 years. Katie started working at Mount Sinai in 2015 when she was hired as an AIS math teacher at the elementary school. And I think I actually had to convince you to resign from a private school, right, to take the job? So that was a good move. She did an excellent job with the AIS students, and as a former superintendent pointed out, she appeared to be having fun doing math alongside her students. In addition to teaching, she became fully immersed in the Mount Sinai community as a member of the site-based team, coaching varsity swimming, participating in the elementary school's variety show, and playing a large role in the elementary science fair. But being an AIS teacher only lasted a year, and she was moved to her own 4th grade class for the next 3 years. It was here that she honed her teaching skills. And as another administrator pointed out, Ms. Kennard has successfully created a safe and nurturing learning environment for all her students. It was also during these years when she volunteered her time to help introduce students to coding at the high school through Hour of Code, and she still participates in that today. In September 2019, she was moved to a special ed position. That's when COVID hit, and she had to brush up her technology skills due to the demands of remote teaching. However, following that year, a high school math position opened up, and Katie requested the opportunity to teach where her passion always was. It was one of the best decisions we made to bring her onto the high school math staff, and I do not regret our decision for 1 second. Since that time, she has taught many math classes at the high school, including algebra, geometry, the math lab classes. Additionally, she also taught Algebra 2 for a semester while a colleague was out on medical leave. Kate has always demonstrated a strong work ethic and commitment to her students. She shows up early and works late. She always makes herself available to her students. She generally wants all her students to be successful and works tirelessly in order to make that happen. As mentioned previously, Katie is totally immersed in the high school community. She coaches, chaperones, tutors, volunteers. She even started a new sign language club this year. And if you ever need a guitar player to sing Taylor Swift songs, Katie is your person. She's really good. You should hear her. Katie had a beautiful baby girl named Ellen back in February, and she's been out on maternity leave ever since. We have missed her a lot, but I look forward to seeing her back in the classroom teaching geometry next September. Congratulations once again on receiving tenure.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Congratulations to Here we go. All right. Come on. One of the reasons that tenure is so important is because it signifies your commitment to a place. I've been in 2 other districts, and Mount Sinai is by far the most special place. And for us to be standing up here to celebrate that, it just shows that our commitment to you. So thank you to everybody on this screen. I'm here to speak about Christina Romeo, and I'm sorry, but it might be a little bit. I warned you. Christina stepped up at a time when Mount Sinai was hurting. We had just come out of a year where we had lost our principal here, and we were kind of scrambling to get through the year when the doors shut down in March of 2020. And in September of 2020, instead of staying in her classroom and trying to figure out how to teach remotely, which is where Megan stepped in, Mrs. Romeo said, you know what, no, I'm going to help the building that I love. And she joined the ranks of the main office quandaries. When you're a principal, you rely on your assistant principal to do all the stuff that you don't want to do. And then when it's done the way you didn't want it done, you kind of say, why didn't you do it that way? Christina is great at reading the room. She is fair, friendly, and firm. In the administrative ranks, we call that the way you should be with just about everybody that you come across. But I'm going to add one F because Christina is also fashionable. Truthfully, when I was writing up the summary of why I would wholeheartedly recommend her for tenure, Christina, you are just a tremendous asset to this building. You have been for many, many years as an art educator. The reason why I believe the art department is as strong as it is and why we continually have strong art students is because of the foundation that you began many, many years ago. I know that your passion is in the arts, but truthfully, kids are your business. And their success in this building is wholeheartedly because of your hard work the last few years, especially, again, during the worst of times. One of the things that I did was I just kind of walked around and got like a little sense of what people thought, good, bad, or indifferent. Mrs. Romeo always compliments kids on how they're doing. She's at all the events, more so, again, than she has to be. And she doesn't do it because she is trying to put on an act. Somebody told me a long time ago that your tenure period should not just be an act. She does it because that's who she is. And she realizes that it's very important to be a part of a student's life, a staff member's life, create relationships with people. And for me to have her by my side day in and day out is really just a testament to how great this place is and how much more work we have to do together. So with that, I wholeheartedly recommend Mrs. Romeo to the Board of Education for her tenure. Thank you.
Thank you. So as we come to the close of honoring our tenure candidates, I would like to also take this moment to recognize the retirement of one of our colleagues, Ms. Elizabeth Hine. In the year that I've had the opportunity to work with Ms. Hine, I've observed her steadfast dedication to her role and commitment to maintaining our school district's high standards. Her many years of service have contributed to the stability and continuity of our educational community. There's an old Irish saying my grandmother used to share with me: may the road rise up to meet you, may the wind be always at your back. As Ms. Hine embarks on this new journey of retirement, we hope that she finds fulfillment and joy in all her future endeavors. While our paths have only crossed briefly, it is clear that Ms. Hine has played a significant role in the history of our district, navigating through various challenges and changes over the years. We wish her all the best as she steps in this new phase of her life filled with relaxation and new opportunities. Thank you, Ms. Hine, for your years of service. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause for Ms. Hine.
I'd like to thank everybody for those warm accolades that you've shared and the stories that you've shared about the staff. We do have such a wonderful staff here. I'm very glad that we have the opportunity to give these very deserving tenure appointments and make them official tonight. So, John, if you would, we have to read and vote on each. Give me 1 and 2.
Tenure appointment, Nicole Braun-Lieben. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants tenure as follows. Nicole Braun-Lieben, elementary, date of tenure September 2nd, 2024, certification status permanent.
Thank you, John. Can I have a second?
Second that.
Ooh, I think Christy might have got you. All in favor? It's unanimous. Congratulations. Go ahead, John.
Sure. Tenure appointment, Gabriella Canseco. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants tenure as follows. Gabriella Canseco, tenure area elementary, date of tenure September 2nd, 2024, certification status professional.
Thank you, John. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Karen got that one. All in favor? Congratulations, Gabriella. Nick, if you would, 3 and 4.
Tenure appointment, Michael Colmer. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants tenure as follows. Michael Colmer, physical education, date of tenure September 2nd, 2024, certificate status professional.
Thank you, Nick. Can I have a second? Thank you, Charles. All in favor? Congratulations, Mike.
Tenure appointment, Ashley Long. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants tenure as follows. Ashley Long, special education, date of tenure September 2nd, 2024, certification status professional.
Thank you, Nick. Can I have a second? Second. Thank you, John. All in favor? Thank you. Congratulations, Ashley. Karen, if you would, 5 and 6.
Tenure appointment, Sheila Moran. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants tenure as follows to Sheila Moran, tenure area psychologist, date of tenure September 2nd, 2024, certification status permanent.
Thank you, Karen. Can I have a second? Thank you, Chuck. All in favor? Congratulations, Sheila.
Number 6, tenure appointment, Megan McGrath. Resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants tenure as follows to Megan McGrath in the tenure area of art, September 2nd, 2024, date of tenure, and certification status initial.
Thank you, Karen. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Nick. All in favor? Congratulations, Megan, but you're not here. Christy, if you would, 7 and 8.
Tenure appointment, Kate Smith. Resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants tenure as follows. Kate Smith, tenure area, math, date of tenure September 2nd, 2024, certification status professional.
Thank you, Christy. Could I have a second? Thank you, Anthony. All in favor? Excellent. Congratulations, Kate.
Tenure appointment, Melanie Stroh. Resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants a tenure as follows. Melanie Stroh, tenure area, family and consumer science, date of tenure September 2nd, 2024, certification status permanent.
Thank you, Christy. Could I have a second? Second. Thank you, John. All in favor? Excellent. Congratulations, Melanie. And finally, Chuck, if you would, number 9.
Tenure appointment, Christina Romeo. Resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby grants tenure as follows. Name of employee, Christina Romeo, tenure area assistant principal. Date of tenure, June 30th, 2024. Certification status, SDL permanent.
Thank you, Chuck. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Karen. All in favor? It's everyone. Congratulations, Christina. Congratulations to everybody. wind things down, we have a final report from Mr. Farrell.
This is a big moment here. Hello, everyone. This is Ross Farrell, and I'd like to update you on the happenings of the district this month and May as well. In the elementary school, on May 31st was the elementary school's annual field day. A slideshow of highlights can be viewed on the elementary school webpage, so definitely check that out. Fourth graders enjoyed Carnival Day, which was put on by the PTO, experiencing bounce slides, which sound incredible, and so much more. On June 14th, Celebration legislator Chad Lennon joined us for Flag Day and talked to elementary schoolers about the symbolism in the American flag while they listened to traditional American music. All of our fourth graders participated in the Be Smart pool poster contest, and Talia Tuzku won first place in Suffolk County, so congratulations. Today was the elementary school moving up ceremony, so kindergarten, I believe I have that date wrong, or was it? Yeah, well, sorry. Kindergarten graduation was at 10 a.m. today, and on June 21st should be fourth graders rising up to the middle school. In the middle school, on May 29th, each lunch period held the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, where students could buy tickets for a chance to ice their teachers. All proceeds were donated to the ALS Ride for Life. I'm really happy that this is still happening. I remember this started when Tavish and I were in the middle school student council. The following teachers iced were in 7th grade, Miss Seasney and Mr. Blatt. In 5th grade, Miss Braga and Miss Karen. In 6th grade, Mr. Dyroff and Mr. Dono. And in 8th grade, Mr. Murray and Mr. Labriola, all great choices. On June 3rd, the 6th graders went on a field trip to Riverhead Bowling Alley. And on June 12th, the 5th graders went to Adventureland in Farmingdale. Today was 8th grade class day, where students were provided, courtesy of the PTO and Mount Sinai Middle School Student Council, lunch from the Northside Deli, drinks, desserts, and class day t-shirts. On June 21st will be the 8th grade's moving up ceremony, which is followed by their school dance. This year, the students picked the theme Let's Glow Crazy, where the event will have glowing decorations. Kind of jealous. In the high school, on June 17th, the high school hosted the annual student art show. Art pieces were displayed in the gymnasium, and students were free to enjoy it during their study halls and lunch periods. On May 22nd, the students of the Mount Sinai Performing Arts held their annual Broadway night. Between May 29th and May 30th were the concert string orchestra, concert band, concert symphonic band, concert orchestra, and choruses concerts, where seniors were recognized with awards for their efforts in music throughout their time at the district. The middle and high schools hunkered down this month to prepare for the New York State Regents exams. They began June 13th and will end June 25th, so best of luck to everyone. On June 5th, the class of 2024 held Scholarship Night. Special congratulations to all of our award-winning seniors. June 7th, the Mount Sinai Best Buddies chapter held its annual car wash fundraiser at the Miller Place Applebee's. The lineup of cars was inexhaustible, and there was no windshield unwashed or hubcap unbuffed. On June 9th, the 3 of our Mount Sinai Performing Arts students received prestigious Teenie Awards. So congratulations to Sari Schneider as Best Actor in a Play or Drama, Matthew Manzo for Best Supporting Actor in a Play, and Ava Schmidt as Outstanding Performer in a Musical. On June 12th, the seniors walked through the hallways of the elementary, middle, and high schools to reminisce on their time at the school district. At the end, they were showed a slideshow documenting their class memory togethers. And the last official day of school will be June 26th, where senior prom will be held following that. A warm goodbye to our seniors the following day at graduation. In sports, we have for tennis, Juan Perez placed 3rd place in Suffolk County tennis tournament, so congratulations to him. The boys track team secured their 3rd consecutive county championship on May 21st. And a few noteworthy awards. Congratulations to Jess Augustine receiving the Tony Toro MVP trophy for top runner of Suffolk County. He also won his second consecutive state championship in the steeplechase with a time of 9:11:67, breaking the Suffolk County record. Tyler Zara received the Ed Nook Award as top thrower in Suffolk County. And Coach Giorlando was named Coach of the Year in boys spring track. For girls track, congratulations to the following for their outstanding meet. In the Section 11 sportsmanship recipient was Paige Scheifel, and Callie Gabrielson placed first in the state championship, and Paige Scheifel third place. In golf, Jackson Caruso attended the Boys Gold State Championship on June 2nd. And we also had 10 student athletes signing with the college of their choice in track, wrestling, soccer, tennis, and baseball. So congratulations to all of you. And last thing before we end the night, I just wanted to say that this will be my last meeting as your student representative. I'd like to thank Ms. Tepfenhart from the elementary school and Ms. Morano from the middle school for being extremely cooperative and providing me with information so I can write you all these monthly reports. I also wanted to thank the board for welcoming me here every month. And more than anything, I would really like to thank my brother Tavish for being the best possible alternate. Every step of the way, he's carried beyond just his weight to help me in these reports. From gathering information from about 1,000 different places to staying up with me till dawn some nights, this is a true story, to finish reports on time. I truly could not have done it without him. And thank you all. This has been Ross signing off.
Thank you very much, Ross. We've really enjoyed having you for the last year coming up here and your reports, and the time and the dedication that you've put into writing these reports has been fantastic, and we really do appreciate everything you've done. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to move on to be the vice president of the class? You have plenty of work ahead of you. All right. Do we have any questions or comments from the community? No? Just one from me. I would just like to say that there's one other person whose last meeting it's going to be. You had to see this coming. 3 years ago, Karen came on the board with me, and you know, she's been a really valuable asset to the entire community and to the board. She brings a wealth of knowledge about education, about curriculum, and just her unique experiences as a mother of 3 beautiful daughters. It has been a privilege to work alongside you, to be able to discuss and talk about all these different things, and you to enlighten me on a lot of different things along the way that I just wouldn't know about otherwise, and to grow a friendship, honestly. I mean, you and I will still be talking plenty after you leave, but I thank you again for the last 3 years that you've given us, and community should appreciate it too.
Well, thank you to everybody. Thank you for those thanks. I appreciate it. Something that when I entered the firehouse one day a couple of years ago, I was like, hey, you gonna run for the Board of Ed? He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I was like, this is what you're gonna do. Kidding around, and it turns out that he did, and we became really definitely friends for a long time. I appreciate the support so much. We don't know what we don't know about a lot of things, and when we ask questions and educate each other, it really helps everybody out. So I appreciate your point of view all the time. Always feeling supported was really helpful. I couldn't have asked for a better board to work with through the years. It was definitely a learning experience. I appreciate the time that I spent here and everybody's support all the way through. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? Not that, I'll have a motion to close.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you very much, everybody, for coming out. Congratulations to all our seniors.
There's some refreshments for everybody.